Dear students, in this class we are going to discuss about pigments present in the plant pods. Actually, what are these pigments? The pigments are the organic substances which impart different colors to the plant parts. From lower classes we are studying this. Pigments gives different colors to the plant parts. Basically, the pigments are classified into two types. One is main pigment and second is accessory pigments. The main pigment is nothing but chlorophyll, and accessory pigments are of two types, carotenoids and phycobilins. So main pigment chlorophyll, as all of you know, it gives green color to the plant parts and plays an important role in the process of photosynthesis. And what about these accessory pigments? Accessory means additional. The additional pigments are called as accessory pigments. In higher plants we can see the carotenoids, and in algae, that is algae are the primitive plants, as we know. In algae we can see the phycobilins. In some algae we can see carotenoids also, but in higher plants these phycobilins are not the same. Then let us take about the chlorophyll molecule. So chlorophyll is playing an important role in the photosynthetic process by absorbing the sunlight. And this chlorophyll, if you observe the structure of chlorophyll molecule, the chlorophyll structure is divided into two regions, head region and the tail region. The head is chemically called as porphyrin and the tail is chemically called as phytol. The head is chemically called as porphyrin and the tail is chemically called as the phytol. What is this porphyrin? So in the porphyrin chemical structure, the central space of the chlorophyll molecule is occupied by the magnesium atom, and on four sides of this magnesium, four pyrrole rings are present. On four sides of this magnesium, four pyrrole rings are present. What is this pyrrole? The pyrrole is an organic substance with nitrogen. So the nitrogen of each pyrrole ring is attached to this magnesium. So like this, magnesium on four sides it is attached to the nitrogen of the pyrrole ring. Like this, on four sides of this magnesium, four pyrrole rings in which nitrogen is attached to the magnesium is present. This total part is called as the porphyrin chemically. So the head region of chlorophyll molecule is called the porphyrin. The central space of this porphyrin is occupied by magnesium. So magnesium is the chief element in the structure of the chlorophyll molecule. On four sides of this, four pyrrole rings are present. What is this pyrrole? Pyrrole is an organic compound in which nitrogen is present. This nitrogen of each pyrrole ring is getting attached to this magnesium. This total part is called as the porphyrin. So let us take the numbers. Here this is the first pyrrole ring, this is the second pyrrole ring, third pyrrole ring, and this one is the fourth pyrrole ring. Then attached to this fourth pyrrole ring, the tail is present. The tail is 20 carbon containing phytol. So all means already we know OH group is present. So here 20 carbons are present in the tail region and chemically it is called as the phytol. This tail region is attached to the fourth pyrrole ring. This is important one. This is simply in brief the chemical structure of the chlorophyll molecule. So magnesium is the chief element in the chemical structure of the chlorophyll molecule, and the head is chemically called as porphyrin. Porphyrin region contains magnesium. On four sides of this, four pyrrole rings are present. The nitrogen of each pyrrole ring is attached to the magnesium. The counting starts from here: first pyrrole ring, second pyrrole ring, third one and fourth one. Attached to this fourth pyrrole ring, the tail region is present. Tail is chemically called as phytol, and in its chemical structure it contains 20 carbons. This is chlorophyll structure, and let us see about the types of chlorophyll molecule. The chlorophylls are classified into 5 types: chlorophyll A, then chlorophyll B, chlorophyll C, chlorophyll D, and the chlorophyll E. Like this, the chlorophylls are identified as 5 types. Let us take about the first chlorophyll. Chlorophyll A and B are very important. So chlorophyll A formula is C55, H72, O5, N4 and Mg. Then chlorophyll B formula is C55, H70, O6, N4 and Mg. When you observe the difference between the chlorophyll A and the chlorophyll molecule, you can see a slight variation in hydrogens and oxygens number. So here in chlorophyll A, hydrogens are 72, oxygens are 5. Here in B, hydrogens are 70, oxygens are 6. So why this difference comes? Means in the second pyrroline on the third carbon, okay, on the third carbon, if methyl group is present, that is chlorophyll A. That is, in the second pyrroline on third carbon, a methyl group is attached in chlorophyll A. But whereas in chlorophyll B, instead of this methyl, an aldehyde group is attached. So because of these two different groups, there is coming a slight difference in the formulae of chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. And N4Mg is common for all types of chlorophylls. Only 4 nitrogen atoms are there and 1 magnesium atom is there. And here 55 carbons altogether. Already just now we studied that 20 carbons are present in the tail region. Out of 55, 20 carbons in the tail region. So remaining 35 carbons are present in the head region, that is the porphyrin. This is the basic difference in the formulae of A and B. Then when you conduct a paper chromatography technique, the chlorophyll A appears bluish green or dark green in color on the filter paper, and the chlorophyll B appears in yellowish green color. That is, light green colored pigment which we can observe on the chromatographic paper is chlorophyll B, and bluish green or dark green colored pigment which you can see on the chromatographic paper is the chlorophyll A. So by this color difference we can identify which is A and which is B. And where we can see this chlorophyll A? Chlorophyll A is seen in all green colored photosynthetic plants. In all green photosynthetic plants except in photosynthetic bacteria. In all green photosynthetic plants except where? Except in photosynthetic bacteria. Except in photosynthetic bacteria. So what is present in this photosynthetic bacteria means, instead of this chlorophyll A in bacteria, we can see bacteriochlorophyll. Except this photosynthetic bacteria, in all photosynthetic plants we can see the chlorophyll A. And let us take about B. So B is present in only higher plants, in higher advanced plant bodies, and only green colored algae. So as we know, green algae are included under the class Chlorophyceae. So in this Chlorophyceae members and higher plants we can see the chlorophyll B. Okay, that is in green algae A and B are present. In higher plants chlorophyll A and B are also present. This is about A and B. Okay, existence, in which organisms, in which type of plants we can see A and B. Then let us take chlorophyll C. So chlorophyll C is present only in the Phaeophyceae members. In Phaeophyceae and Bacillariophyceae members. Phaeophyceae and Bacillariophyceae. Phaeophyceae means, as we know, that is brown colored algae belongs to this class, and Bacillariophyceae includes diatoms. So diatoms already you have slight an idea, that is diatoms contains a soap-bog-like structure with the two shells. Upper shell is called as epitheca and lower shell is called hypotheca. Phaeophyceae means brown colored algae, Bacillariophyceae means diatoms. This is about chlorophyll C. And chlorophyll D. Chlorophyll D is present in Rhodophyceae members, that is in red colored algae. Only in red colored algae we can see the chlorophyll D. Then comes to chlorophyll E. Chlorophyll E is present in the members of Xanthophyceae, that is yellow colored algae. In Xanthophyceae, that is yellow colored algae. Like this, these are the 5 types of the chlorophylls: chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, chlorophyll C, chlorophyll D and E. A is common for all photosynthetic green colored plants except photosynthetic bacteria. In this bacteria, instead of chlorophyll A, bacteriochlorophyll is present. Then B is present in higher plants and green algae. C is present in brown algae and diatoms. D is present in rhodophyceae, E is present in xanthophyceae. These are the 5 types of the chlorophyll molecules. Then let us take accessory pigments. So just now we discussed that accessory pigments are of 2 types. Accessory means additional pigments. These are again of 2 types. One is carotenoids and the second is phycobilids. Carotenoids and phycobilids. Carotenoids and phycobilids. Carotenoids are present in higher plants as well as in some algae, and phycobilids are present purely in the algae. That is, in case of higher plants there are no phycobilids. Then carotenoids or phycobilids, whatever may be, the accessory pigments role is protection of chlorophyll molecule. They protect the chlorophyll. From where they are protecting means from photooxidation. From photooxidation, which is also called as photobleaching. From photobleaching or photooxidation, they are protecting the chlorophyll molecule, whether they may be carotenoids or the phycobilids. Then what do you mean by photooxidation? Means damage of chlorophyll in excess sunlight. Damage of chlorophyll in excess sunlight is called as the photooxidation or photobleaching. From this process, the chlorophyll molecule is being protected with the help of these accessory pigments. This is one of the role of the accessory pigments, and the second role is they absorb the sunlight and transfers it to the chlorophyll molecule. That is, light energy is not directly absorbed by the chlorophyll molecule. It is first absorbed by the accessory pigments and transfers to the, and it is transferred to the chlorophyll molecule. So they absorb the sunlight, light energy, and they transfers to the chlorophyll molecule. So this type of transfer of light energy from accessory pigments to the chlorophyll molecule is known as the inductive resonance. Inductive resonance, or otherwise it is also called as the resonance transfer. Inductive resonance, or it is also called as resonance transfer. These are the 2 roles of the accessory pigments. One is protecting the chlorophyll molecule from photooxidation, and second thing is absorption of light energy from sunlight and transferring to the chlorophyll molecule, which is known as this inductive resonance or resonance transfer. Then let us take about the carotenoids. Carotenoids are present in higher plants as well as in some algae, and these carotenoids are again classified into 2 types. Those 2 types of chlorophyll carotenoids are, one is carotenes and the second one is xanthophylls. Carotenes and the xanthophylls. Carotenes gives red and orange color to the plant parts, and their formula is C40H56. Then xanthophylls formula is C40H56 and O2. By seeing this formula, we can find what is the basic difference between carotenes and xanthophylls. Carotenes are purely hydrocarbons. Xanthophylls are oxygenated hydrocarbons. 2 oxygens are there in the xanthophylls, but in carotenes they are absent. Hydrocarbons whereas oxygenated hydrocarbons. Then carotenes are giving red or orange color, red and orange color, whatever may be the plant part. If it is in red and orange color, that is because of the presence of carotenes. And xanthophylls gives yellow coloration to the plant parts. Whatever may be the plant part, that may be leaf or that may be flower, fruit, whatever may be, if that is yellow in color, that is because of the xanthophylls. So for example, for this carotenes we can take a carrot. So why carrot is orange in color? This is an important question for our objective. So carotene, due to the presence of beta carotene, carrot is orange in color. Then tomato, let us take a tomato. Tomato is a red in color. So that red in color is because of the presence of a carotene called as a lycopene. So due to the presence of lycopene only, the scientific name of tomato has given as a Lycopersicum esculentum. These are the 2 examples, and other examples we can take whatever it may be, red or orange color. Suppose you take a hibiscus is there. Hibiscus flowers are red in color, that is because of the carotenes. Generally in higher plants we can see this beta carotene. That's about the carotenes. Then let us take about the xanthophylls. Xanthophylls are giving yellow coloration to the plant parts. And what are the examples for this? Lutein, zeaxanthin and viola xanthin. Lutein, zeaxanthin and viola xanthin. Generally the leaves at the time of falling they turns into yellow color from green to yellow, that is because of xanthophylls. Some flowers are yellow in color, that is because of xanthophylls, and all the ripened fruits are yellow in color, that is also because of the xanthophylls. And mainly corn cob seeds, the corn cob seeds are yellow in color, that is because of the zeaxanthin. Because of the presence of this pigment only, the scientific name of maize as given as Gia maize, that is the scientific name, already you know this. This is about the xanthophylls and the carotins. Carotins are giving red and orange coloration to the plant parts. Xanthophylls are imparting yellow coloration to the plant parts. Then let us discuss about the phycobilins. Phycobilins are present in only the algae. In higher plants, phycobilins are not seen. These phycobilins are again classified into three types. What are they? Phycocyanin, phycoerythrin and fucoxanthin. Phycocyanin, phycoerythrin, phycocyanin, phycoerythrin and fucoxanthin. Phycocyanin gives blue-green coloration to the algae, blue-green color. So the algae appears blue-green in color. Blue-green algae are included already, you know this Cyanophyceae. Blue-green algae are included under the class Cyanophyceae. Example for the Cyanophyceae members we can take Anabaena and Nosta. Then phycoerythrin, it gives red coloration to the algae. Red algae are included under the Rhodophyceae. Then fucoxanthin. Fucoxanthin gives brown coloration to the plant to the algae. So brown algae belongs to the class Phaeophyceae. Like this, these are the three types of the phycobilins which are the additional pigment present in algae: phycocyanin, phycoerythrin and fucoxanthin. Okay. So now when we take individual classes separately, totally, conclusion, that is what are the pigments present in particular classes. Let us take about Cyanophyceae. Cyanophyceae is there. Cyanophyceae includes blue-green colored algae. So in blue-green algae, what are the pigments? Chlorophyll A is common for all photosynthetic plants, just now we discussed, except in photosynthetic bacteria. And chlorophyll B is not present here. Okay. And along with this chlorophyll A, what is present? Phycocyanin is present. This is about the pigments present in Cyanophyceae. And in some blue-green algae, maybe carotins and xanthophylls are present. An example for this Cyanophyceae, we can take Nostoc and Anabaena. Anabaena, Nostoc, Oscillatoria, Cytonema, so many examples are there. Then let us take about the Rhodophyceae. So Rhodophyceae means which includes red colored algae. In this red colored algae, which type of chlorophyll? Chlorophyll A is common for all. Chlorophyll A is common. Along with this, chlorophyll D is also present. Just now we discussed this. Along with the chlorophyll types, the additional pigment which is present is called phycoerythrin, which is giving red color to the red algae. Okay. And examples for this Rhodophyceae, we can take simple examples. Please see this. So these are basic important examples. P square means two examples starts with P, Porphyra, Polycyphoria, and G, Gelidium and Gracilaria. Gelidium and Gracilaria. This is about the Rhodophyceae. Now let us take about the Phaeophyceae. Phaeophyceae includes brown colored algae, as you know. Here the pigments are chlorophyll A, chlorophyll C, and mainly the brown color is because of the fucoxanthin. And here what are the examples for this brown colored algae? DEFLS. DEFLS, 5 examples in alphabetical order up to here. So D stands for Dictyota, E stands for Pictocarpus, F stands for Fucus, L stands for Laminaria, which is the largest alga, and S stands for Sarcasm. This is about the pigments present in the green colored plants as well as in the photosynthetic algae. So totally pigments